Hello to everybody. In this video we're going to show the result of the project 1 that calls Wiki. So in the first topic we are going to visit a new title. In this case we're showing CSS. In this case we're using regex to replace every Markdown to HTML. So in this case we're going to see this, and of course if we change to another URL, we're gonna find the result of every page, for example Django, CSS, and of course if we put an entry that doesn't exist, so we're going to show this page, for example, and the error page not found. So we're going to suggest the user to add a new entry. For our next point, we're going to see the index page. We're going to see the list of entries that we have. In this case, we're going to see every entry. So in this case, we're going to see CSS, Django, Git, HTML. As the third point, we're going to see the search function. In this case, we're going to see the 3 points. In the first point, we're going to see that if the query matches, so we're going to be redirected to the entries page, for example. And in this case, we're going to see CSS, and of course, we're going to be redirected to that page. Works with Django, of course. So at the second point, if the query doesn't match the name, so we're going to see a search results page. Let's take a look for this. For example, if we put Py, so we're going to see the search results, in this case Happy or Python. At the third point, this says that after clicking of any of the entry names, we're going to take the user to the entries page. For example, if we click to Python, we're going to be redirected to this page, and of course it does it. Okay, at the next point, to create a new page, we're going to see this function. Of course, we've got a form of, in this case, if we add entry that already exists, we're going to see what happens. And of course, there is a model that alerts us. So what happens if we add another entry, a new entry? So we're going to see this, for example, and of course add the header, and we're going to see this. We're going to get this page, and it is already created. Well, as the next function to edit page, we take this example with Python entry. For example, we have a button to edit this page, and for example, we're going to add a new b tag. For example, we're going to put this in edit, and of course we're going to see this as a result. Okay, finally we're going to see the random page function. In this case, by clicking random page, we're going to be redirected to another entry, a random entry. For example, CSS, Python, Django, CSS again, and any one of these entries. Okay, as a final point, we see the Markdown to HTML conversion. In this case, we are presenting these entries that have Markdown reference. In this case, converting this to HTML text. Have we seen? So in this case, we're using this with regex function, not the Python Markdown 2 library.